Oh, hey guys, welcome back. This is Mr. Hardcore Mode where it's nothing's easy. We are back. Gonna play some KOTOR. Brother! Hey, how you doing? How you doing? I totally forgot to charge my damn. I'm gonna turn this off for a bit. Taking this thing off. Video that I'm about to watch. We're gonna watch something. Here, my voice good? I think it is.
The mini map, and
wonder if this voice is gonna to my.
Well, here we are, folks. September 19th, the day that the
No, it's not. Hey, Radzig, do you know if this is going to carry off? Is this like double voiced? Is it like I don't see.
NDA lifts for most creators and journalists who are given the opportunity to play a bit of Dragon Age the Veil Guard early. Stay the hell away from my veal. And yeah.
That sound fine? It didn't sound like it was, you know, connecting. Sounds good to you? Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna watch some Veil Guard video. What the hell's going on? My boy Veil Guard has already played the game. And yeah, he's already played it, so I guess NDA has been removed. So I'm excited to see what he has played. So we're gonna go ahead and do that, and then we're gonna play some KOTOR. That sound good? Good, awesome. All right, let's start the video. So far.
Well, here we are, folks. September 19th, the day that the NDA lifts for most creators and journalists who are given the opportunity to play a bit of Dragon Age: The Veilguard early.
Got bones on his background.
Stay the hell away from my veal. And yeah, I was one of those peeps. So two things to note here. Number one, I am keeping this video what I would consider spoiler free. Any story discussion will be kept very, very vague. And also, just note that the vast majority of us creators and journalists who got to play, we didn't play enough to warrant a real review here. This is basically first impressions for most, so take that as you will. Prepare for a roller coaster of opinions in today's video, and remember, it's just a video game. It's okay if you don't like something that, you know, that I do, or vice versa. Covering this game has been pretty crazy up to now. Starting right off with the character creator.
Lineage, appearance, class, faction, playstyle, finalize, and faction. Yeah, I heard about that.
Simply put, it offers a ton of custom.
We got the Killmonger hairstyle again. It keeps on happening. You can't help themselves. They can't help themselves.
Customization. You have 4 races to choose from: elf, kunari, human, and dwarf. And this lineage choice, I can confirm at the
Kunari look fucking off. Look fucking off. Jesus Christ, how could you? I mean, most of them look like shit. I think the dwarf looks way better than all 4 of them. All 3 of them. The dwarf is they did the dwarves right. Let's keep it real. They did the dwarves correct. Everything else is just shit. That Asian lady looks like she's about to drool out of her mouth.
The very least does affect some dialogue scenes, which is always great to see. The appearance tab is where the character creator truly shines, though, although the debate over art
God, man, why is everybody built like a fucking Roblox?
Direction and style, we'll talk about that here shortly, but the appearance does offer
Hair looks nice.
An extensive range of customization options if you prefer to create a unique look rather than using presets. I do have another video coming out today, or it may already be out for some of you, showing a deeper look at the character creator, but let me give you a quick overview of what it's like. You start off choosing your pronouns,
or in my comment section.
Don't touch my wheels, which affect how your character.
He knows. He knows. He knows. He knows. Let me play that again.
You a quick overview of what it's like. You start off choosing your pronouns,
or in my comment section.
Don't touch my wheels, which affect how your character is addressed in the game. You then choose your gender, which has no gameplay effect, and then heading into the.
Then why is it in there? Just wondering, why is it in there?
The appearance tab, you can adjust head shape, complexion, and
like, you know, don't insult my intelligence. Just, I would prefer you to say nothing. I would prefer you to say nothing. It's like doing your W-2s or writing a contract, and the person who gave you the contract is just like, all right, make sure to sign here, sign here. You don't need to read it. You don't need to read it. I'm gonna fucking read it. I'm gonna fucking read the contract. The fuck you mean? Oh, it doesn't matter. What do you mean? It doesn't matter to you, bitch.
And various features such as your forehead, brows, cheek, jaw, chin, larynx, and scalp, they all have their own set of sliders, multiple sliders at that, in different settings. For the body, there are presets, undergarment styles, and body shape sliders. You can even customize your bulge size, but unfortunately, they don't have my size. Simply put, I'm too big. Okay, fuck, too small. Damn it! Eye customization includes shape, color, and lashes with options for different eye colors and other detailed adjustments, including heterochromia, if you so choose. The nose, ears, and mouth also each have multiple sliders for fine tuning. Also note that during all of this, you can change the lighting to see what your character looks like in different environments, and you do have the ability to zoom way in and out.
We're able to get out of the purple. That's so good.
offers 88 styles, at least for the dwarf race, with adjustable color, saturation, and brightness. Do note that hair is separate from facial hair, and dwarves have 44 different facial hair options to choose from. The makeup tab allows for eye and lip makeup, blush, and even glitter intensity. And finally, there's a tab for tattoos, scars, and paint. Now, the
glitter intensity? Did you say glitter intensity?
that hair is separate from facial hair, and dwarves have 44 different facial hair options to choose from. The makeup tab allows for eye and lip makeup, blush, and even glitter intensity.
These developers are so fucking gay. Glitter intensity? I bet I can make a drag queen in like 5 seconds in this game. Glitter intensity. Can I put some glitter on my beard? On my fucking pink beard? Because I'm gay!
And finally, there's a tab for tattoos, scars, and paint. Now, the final tab of the character creator, you do get to name your character, and yes, you can do a custom name, but your last name is derived from your faction choice. And I was under the impression that this cannot be changed, but honestly, I really can't remember. And then you have 4 choices to choose from for your voice. 2 masculine voices.
Time to get to work.
2 feminine voices.
We're not in trouble.
But you do have the option to switch between 2 different pitches for those 4 different voices. At least that's what I saw.
It's not... it's not masculine and feminine. It's literally male and female. I'm not talking to Wolfheart. I'm talking to the developers. It's literally a male voice and a female voice. Stop playing games. Stop talking to your doctor and talk to us like we're a fucking human being.
You do, of course, get to choose your class and the character creator, with the 3 classes in this game being Rogue, Warrior, and Mage, each of which have their own 3 specializations that you can build into. More about classes and combat soon. And then you choose your character's faction, which not only affects in-game dialogue, each faction choice also has its own set of gameplay benefits. For example, if you choose the Grey Warden faction, you get increased reputation with the Grey Warden faction. You deal increased damage to Darkspawn, so you kind of have like some lore tie-ins here to the gameplay benefits. And your base defense and health are slightly...
Dude, you're gonna be fighting Darkspawn the whole time? You might as well just do increased damage versus Darkspawn. Also, can I add, anybody else hate this shit when they say increased damage to something? And then you're just like, can you tell us the percentage, please? Excuse me, can you tell me the percentage of damage that I can do? Good.
Slightly increased. But if you play as a Veil Jumper, you gain reputation with the Veil Jumper faction more quickly. You deal increased damage to Fade touched opponents, and you deal slightly increased Jumper faction. But if you play as a
You know how your girl Balara, the Veil Jumper companion, is Asian? Okay, we're on the same page. Guess what? The Veil Jumper in this tarot card is also Asian. Just a whole bunch of Veil Jumpers. So if I see an Asian person in like fucking Dragon Age, I'm just like, oh, Veil Jumper. You couldn't just put anybody. You just had boom, another Asian. All Veil Jumpers are Asian confirmed. But how about for the Grey Warden? What did the card look like for Grey Warden?
Combat soon, and then you choose your characters.
The Grey Warden wearing armor. Nice one. Nice touch there. Nice touch there. Hide the black guy. Hide the black. Nice one. We're gonna hide it this time.
Faction.
Also, have you noticed that the Qunari in this
which not only affects in-game dialogue, each faction choice also...
I like how the Qunari are just like Lords of Fortune. Rook is a Lord of Fortune and an informal collection of explorers, hunters, and treasure seekers. Vain. The rowdy lords are famed for both daring exploits and narrow escapes. Okay, that is a Qunari on that screen. Have you noticed I feel like they're making the Canary black. Is that am I seeing that correctly? Am I seeing that correctly? Are they making the Canary black? Or maybe it's just the ashen skin. I haven't noticed Canary being black in Inquisition, but I'm noticing it now. Like, you know what I mean?
Also has its own set of gameplay benefits. For example, if you choose the
Now Tash, that's definitely motion capture of a black person.
Grey Warden faction, you get increased reputation with the Grey Warden faction. You deal increased damage to dark spawn, so you kind of have like some lore tie-ins here to the gameplay benefits, and your base defense and health are slightly increased. But if you play as a Veil Jumper, you gain reputation with the Veil Jumper faction more quickly. You deal increased damage to Fade touched opponents, and you deal slightly increased critical and weak point damage. The other factions include the Shadow Dragons, the Lords of Fortune, the Mornwatch, and the Antivan Crows, all factions important to Dragon Age story, companions, and lore. Overall, I would say it's a solid start for the game with the character creator, mechanically speaking, and I love to see some in-game reactivity to choices made from the character creator. But with all that said, if you're not a fan of the art direction and the style of these character models, you may not be able to get that excited even with all of these options. The art direction in this game is a bit of a mixed bag for me, but unfortunately weighing a bit heavier on the negative side. I'm personally not a big fan of the extra smooth.
Hey, there's the push. There's the push again.
Smooth plastic Play-Doh-y like looking character models. Everybody seems to describe it differently. I really do think you could put some of these characters in Pixar films and they would seriously fit right in many of these films. Now, if that's not resonating with you, maybe I could word this as things just look rather G-rated. As I was looking at
God. You look so fucking badass back then. God, how did you fuck that up? Notice that the horns are closer to the brow, but for them, they foregoed that brow and expanded upon it. Got these motherfucking veil. Also, the horns are smaller. You got cuckold Canary now. We got cuck Canaries. Canaries. No. Okay. All right, bro. Clearly the one on the right is the one that you should be worried about with your girlfriend. But the one on the left, bro, you look fine. You look fine. You look great, man. Trust me, bro. She's just a friend to that guy to the right. Just a friend. Listen, they work night shift and it's only those two into the store. But trust me, bro. Trust me, bro, she ain't doing anything nefarious. I don't know why she was wearing short shorts at work, but trust me, bro, she wouldn't do anything. It's only those two in the shop at night on the night shift. Trust me, bro. She's loyal to a T.
Several of the creature designs for this game, the adjective that comes to mind is unfortunately goofy, long before, you know, terrifying or horrifying, which many of these creatures are supposed to be. Like, this is...
Bro, look at that face, bro.
You know, terrifying or horrifying.
Bro, look at this face, bro. That's literally Pete from fucking the Goof Troop. That's Pete from the Goof Troop. You want to fight Pete from the Goof Troop? Buy Veilguard. Pete from the Goof Troop. Goof Troop. That's Pete from fucking the Goof Troop. The one guy. Oh, Goof, don't let him do it, Goof. You gotta make sure you Goof. Oh, you're up to something, Goof. You know Pete with the hot wife. Let me stop.
Horrifying, which many of these creatures are supposed to be. Like, this is some dark, scary shit. I don't know why the Goofy's not the word that I'd want to be thinking of. Now, take a quick look at the Ogres and Inquisition here, the previous Dragon Age game, and compare them to...
Bro, look at this. Look at this. Look at... PJ's mom was fine. I'm sorry. I was like, I understand these furries only a little bit. Only a little bit. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this fucking dark. Oh my god, bro. Look at him.
The Veilguard ogres. You can do this with a lot of different creatures. Now, with that said, there's some cool looking creatures in the
God, man, that's Pete from fucking Goof.
Veilguard. It's not all of them, but a lot of them, and even the ones that don't look goofy, they just look kind of like toy.
Wait a minute. Go back. You mean to tell me that ogre to the right has not moved his mouth once? There's no animation to the mouth. But Dragon Age Origins has this ogre opening and closing his. They have done more animation for the ogre than Veilguard. Bro, you guys are creatively bankrupt. There's more animation to the one on the left. Get him out of here. Is that Inquisition? That's not Inquisition. I think that's Inquisition. Looks like.
It's not all of them, but a lot of them, and even the ones that don't look goofy, they just look kind of like toyish. Like nothing's really truly intimidating except for maybe a few.
Look at these motherfuckers. They're ready to fucking. They are ready to fucking kill. They are wearing like some fucking Urukai armor and shit. They are ready to ruin your day. Look at him. Look at him. He's just ready. You remember? You know how scary these guys were? There was the Kokori. No, not sorry. Was this the right area? There was an area in Dragon Age Origins that you went to, but as soon as you left that area, the map just said, you can't go back, bruh. You can't go back. The dark spawner there. They took that place and ripped it right out your map. That's how badass they were.
While the style can work for some types of games and media, for what's supposed to be this dark, mature franchise, this is one of the last styles I would have ever expected for this type of game. Yeah. And I do think it is going to hurt the game's overall.
Bro, now I remember. Bro, they looked so fucking intimidating. The one on the right looks like spoiled like ramen. Looks like spoiled ramen mixed in with lint. Spoiled ramen and lint. The one on the left, bro.
Reception. It just is what it is. This does make me wonder if this was the chosen style for when Dragon Age 4 was meant to be.
I don't think so. I'm putting $50 on. No, I don't think so. Remember, 60 plus people left. They left. They did not get laid off. They left.
Be a live service multiplayer game, and then they didn't change it for whatever reason. I just wish, man, I wish
they are trying to appeal to a mass audience. You remember that first trailer where it played that fucking David Bowie shit? That trailer was not made by the team. That was actually made by EA's marketing team. So they had no say over what the trailer was going to be. And they just pretty much, I will give them this. That trailer was not theirs. And the developers didn't like that shit. Yeah. Yeah, it was a different company. Bro, I'm telling you though, I think for me, I think they're a little bit lying, because here's one thing. You have to get a rough draft of what we're seeing here, because they have to do, see, this is because they have to see it. They have to see the workings of what they're making for said like thing. They can't just throw it out there blindly and like the dev team doesn't know. They have to see the groundworks. It's like, all right, what you're putting in there? All right, we're going to put this, this isn't somewhere like, what's the word I'm looking for? This is not some sort of don't ask, don't tell sort of thing. They would definitely talk to them and be like, all right, we're going to put this, and then we're going to set this up, and then we're going to have the music like this. They said they clearly knew. And they, at least for the music, the music should have been changed. If they got it at the last minute, the music could have been changed. I'm just saying, they had to have known. They had to have known.
They went with more of a mature look. Now, regarding the environments in this game, I'd say the art style works much better here, as there are definitely some beautiful areas. So I am going to give like kind of a thumbs up.
They have a beautiful area, but I don't know why it's all foggy all the fucking time. Everything's just foggy all the fucking time, like bloomy or saturated. And like also another thing, this area right here, this goopity goop shit is fucking like, you'll see it for a second, be like, oh man, what's going on? After a while, you're just like, all right, this goopity goop area, this goop, like, I'm just saying, like, the goop, you know, when you're playing a new game and you're like, oh man, I hope this game is good. And then what is their primary enemy for whatever said game? It's the gloop. It's those little purple demons. It's not actual people. It's the goop. It's always the goop. Some sort of purple dark demon, and they're like, oh man, it's the gloom, you know? It's always that. That's what I'm seeing. That's the vibe I'm getting off of. There's no lore here. It's just goop enemies.
Much better here, as there are definitely some beautiful areas. So I am going to give like kind of a thumbs up in this category, but I feel like I have to say, I feel like the game's lighting and glow effects are being overused, and it makes me wonder if this is done to try to give like more.
Me and him must be blood related, because at this point, I'm just saying.
So the illusion of things looking better than they actually are, but I guess, I mean, if it looks good, it looks good, right? But whatever. Anyways, that probably won't make sense to everybody, but I think some of you will get what I'm trying to say here. I would have personally preferred a more muted, darker look rather than this flashy, glowy, highly saturated look, but this is what it is. Yep. You can either accept it or you can't. I'm going to move on from this, and there's no sense in really complaining anymore. On to a much more positive note for myself. The cinematics in this game, setting the art direction aside for the 3D cinematic scenes, I thought they were pretty great. Animations could definitely use some work at times in the cinematics, especially facial animations or in the dialogue scenes, etc. But I don't really care that much about that. What I really appreciated here were the camera angles, you know, how the scenes are set up to tell a story. The voice acting, from what I remember, was good, and something that really...
What shoes are you wearing there? What shoe do you know how... Bro. Oh, this time Neve has the injury on her face. Interesting. Oh, Neve has the injury on her face. Maybe it happened when they pushed the brick thing. I think that's when they prevented Solus from opening up the veil. That's probably the whole thing where, yeah. For some odd reason, Neve is attractive when she's not opening her mouth. Does this sound misogynistic? I don't care. I honestly don't care. Fuck you. Okay. She looks slightly attractive, but her mouth just goes, and I'm like, what the fuck? Increase her breast size, and we could let everything go. We'll increase her breast size, put that shit up to 200%, and we could all go home happy.
Really stood out to me.
She got the shirt for it.
Here was the sound design of this game and the music behind many of these cinematic scenes.
You have no idea what you have done.
Same thing for Ashley from Mass Effect.
Soulless.
They did a good job on
that. I know what I did.
I was getting like huge movie theater vibes at times, and especially when you sit down to play the game for the first time, it can be quite exciting just hearing everything and you know, immersing yourself in the storytelling through the cinematics. Interestingly enough, BioWare also uses several 2D cinematic scenes for not only parts of the intro, but also I think some of the transitional scenes between chapters or scenes representing some memories and things like that. And I personally think that these 2D scenes actually work really great for the game, and I love the art style here.
I'm okay with it, but not too much, because they did this in the previous games, especially Dragon Age Origins. They did this like right at the beginning, and I'm cool with it, but I don't want it overplayed. To show me more of your world and I'll be fine. This looks fine. Show me at least once or twice, but the rest, just show me the game. because this could be put in two ways. One, this looks nice. Two, they're too lazy to draw actual things happening, or you know, make things actually happen. Like, I don't know, maybe the Veil Guard is moving into the lighthouse and they need to grab their things. So the animation team was like, fuck that, make a drawing, and then we'll just skip to the good part.
You feel like you're being told a story out of a book in a way, and I think that this fits great. This type of vibe and feeling fits really good with the Dragon Age franchise, with all the storytelling that goes on, especially from characters like Varric. Moving on to the game's UI and visual elements. While the basic gameplay UI, like the skills, the minimap, and the health bar, and even the menu screens, they're functional and not overly bothersome. The constant pop-up on-screen elements, such as the quest markers, which look very, I have to say, very cheap and like highly computerized.
My boy Wolfheart don't give two shits. He's gonna say whatever the fuck he wants to say. He's nicer than me. He's nicer than me. I'll go in. But he speaks the truth. He says what he wants to say.
Here, the button prompts that are always popping up, glowing items in the world, which chests or loot or anything that can be picked up is seemingly constantly either pulsing in a gold light or just glowing bright gold. Enemy targeting UI alerts, such as lines that go right across your screen when ranged opponents are in.
Bro, this insults my fucking vision. Are you stepping on red lava? Are you about to get shot from the right? Are you already getting shot from the right? Oh, there's a marker telling me to go there. Oh, there's two enemies with full 100% health. That's cool. Oh, my enemy wants to talk with me right in the fucking middle of the screen. Also, minimap.
Aiming at you, incoming AoE damage alerts with shapes all over the ground, defense and parry cues, like in the symbols for those and the colors, and the list goes on here. Much of this I feel like disrupts immersion, especially when several of these visual elements are on your screen at the same time, which does happen a lot. Many of these features often felt intrusive to me, I guess, not immersive and rather cheap looking. And as much as I hate to be saying this, I mean, all I can do is just give you guys my honest opinions when I play games.
Go ahead, man.
Unfortunately, I have to say that it kind of gives off a bit of a mobile game-like appearance in this particular category. I'll just pull up a mobile game right now, and you could just see, like, there's a little bit of resemblance going on here. While some settings do exist to reduce a few of these elements, this still doesn't fully address the problem. I even turned everything I could off at one point, but there was still just a ton that was on. And maybe something was bugged, I'm not sure. But regardless, I shouldn't have to turn off all the UI in a game for it to look and
You guys remember Dragon Age 2? Let me show you Dragon Age 2. Just for a second. Show you Dragon Age 2. Sorry, I got feet. Dragon Age 2. No. Dragon's Dogma. Nice. Bro, I got my own. Hold on. Where is Dragon's Dogma? Boom. Did all that. Dude.
There we go.
Is that all of them? Be so fortunate.
Nice one. Look at that's my girl right there.
Look at this screen. Look at this screen. You know what? Let me maximize it. Do you see any UI? You leveled up. That's it. It goes away real quickly. It's gone. You see so much of the world. That little shit on the right are your abilities. Your health right there, that's it. You barely even notice the mini map to the bottom left. That's it. You see the rest of the goddamn game. Here comes some combat. Maybe we need to pull out a giant purple ring on my fucking screen to do some abilities. Person's getting attacked by some harpies. I'm about to go to sleep here in a second. Really cool visuals. Awesome game. So inviting to your eyes. Your eyes are just sucking in all the goodness of the game. And then you see this. Then you see this. I was hoping you would watch Wolfheart's coverage of this game. Glad you read my mind. I love Wolfheart. Yeah, Wolfheart's cool. I'm probably not going to I'm not going to make a video of this because I mean it's Wolfheart's video. I've already, you know, did a whole reaction with his previous videos. If you want to watch his video, go ahead and go over there. But I'm just gonna react and I'm not gonna send.
Feel good. I guess things are functional. Things are very functional. It just doesn't really look great, especially in a game that's really heavy on trying to immerse you into the world. Take a look at this chest that's just glowing insanely bright right here, and then right after that, I'm solving a little puzzle, but everything just glows in bright gold. There's really nothing to figure out or find here. Like, let me use my brain. Let me try to find things. Let me engage with the environment. But it just kind of feels.
You want to see laziness? You want to see laziness? Check this out.
For that, I'm solving a little puzzle, but everything just glows in bright gold. There's really nothing to figure out or find here. Like, let me use my brain. Let me try to find things. Let me.
Your character doesn't even push that. You want to know why? Because the developers don't want to work that hard. You start to notice patterns, people. Patterns. What was it? Once is nothing. Twice makes you think. 3 is a pattern. We've been over 10 patterns here. It's lazy. Let the character push it. You know what the funny thing is? Elden Ring, can make the most ugly character you want. Each and every character reacts with a lever, a door. It doesn't matter. But they're just like, just hold A and push.
Engage with the environment.
Since Dragon Age is now becoming an action game. Yeah. Yeah. It used to be a CRPG. Now it's not. Let's not get it twisted. I don't want to hear anybody saying that that Dragon Age has always been a action game. No, it hasn't. It has been a CRPG. CRPG. The whole time. I think Inquisition stopped right there between a CRPG and an action RPG. And now we're in full action.
But it just kind of feels like follow the yellow brick road everywhere. With at least in this regards, I don't really like that. Flipping the switch here once again, since some of you have subscribed, unsubscribed, resubscribed. Let me see if I can get your subscription back or cause you to unsubscribe. We're going to talk about the game's story, and then we're going to get into combat. Now, story, world building, and also companions at large have been one of BioWare's strengths over the course of their history. And initial impressions wise, from what we know and what I played, I gotta say, I'm into it in this game from an initial impressions perspective. I think the story is set up pretty cool. You have some ancient blighted elven gods that now have escaped their long time imprisonment, and this offers a new story for new and returning players alike to get excited for. And then of course we have Solus's mission to tear down the Veil, which is basically a direct continuation from Dragon Age Inquisition's Trespasser DLC. So we have something that's more friendly to new players and also a plot that returning players are very interested in. I'm also currently reading Tevinter Nights, written by some of the Veilguard writers, and from what I've read so far, I still see potential in BioWare's writing, so as of now, I'm remaining optimistic.
Grey Warden, black. Hey. All Grey Wardens are black. We all know now. The drawing is good, okay? All right. Maybe it's Davrin. If it was another black dude, I'm just like, bro, what are you trying to say? All Grey Wardens are black? I'm like, you could make, if it's Davrin, fine, awesome, cool. If it's not, and it's just another black, like, gray warden, I'm just like, well, maybe they just wanted to. But if they keep, they're not gonna do it anymore. I'm just noticing. I'm like, you could have like some cool white dude be looking cool for like 1 second. I'm just saying. You wanna do that? I want to hear the conversation in this so bad. I want to hear the conversation. Like, you could put a white dude as him. I don't want no white knight in here. Why would we have some majestic knight as a white guy? I'm like, good lord. It's true though. A lot of people hate. A lot of game developers hate white people. Look this up. You guys might think that I'm fucking weird. It's fucking true. Look it up. Stop looking at me like I'm
in this category. The story in the world building is one of the main reasons why I'm definitely going to be playing the game. Companion dialogue wise, I didn't really experience it enough and I ran out of time, so I don't want to comment too much on this, even though I know it's important to Dragon Age and BioWare games, but it did feel pretty standard BioWare from what I did experience. I will say though, very early on in the game, in the lighthouse area, which is like the central hub, I spoke to 2 companions, and after my conversations were over, like you can see here with Nev, there was no way to interact with them again. I really hope that's not how the game works, and it very well may not, but I am just sharing what I was able to experience. Maybe it's because I don't really have an official party at this time. It's very early on in the game. I did experience, maybe it's very well may not, but with them again. We're over, like you can see here with Nev, there was no way to interact with them again. I really hope that's not how the game works, and it very well may not, but I am just sharing what I was able to experience. Maybe it's because I don't really have
he can't talk to her again, because you know how you could always just talk to them and then get more information out of them. Are they spoon feeding you information on characters? No, this is only one instance. I need to see 2 other instances of you not being able to talk to a character after 1 instant. Like, you went up to them, try to talk to them, and yeah, see if you can talk to them again. I need
an official party at this time. It's very early on in the game. I did, of course, appreciate a reputation system being present with the companions, and this, at least initially, feeling like it will.
What if I got this game and made Donald Trump? There will be no trans people in my team. You understand? No trans. I'm not into Neve. I like my girls with 2 legs, please. 2 legs. Come on. We need to take care of the dog spawn. They're eating the dogs. They're eating the cats and dogs. We gotta take care of it. Gotta go.
Actually affect your interactions as the game goes on. And BioWare also revealed to us how if we give companions gifts, they will display those gifts in their rooms in the lighthouse, and I thought that was pretty neat. On a side note, let me show you something that I thought was pretty cool, and I'm going to black out the words here because the description is a bit.
One of these companions are going to have top surgery scars for sure? No fucking way. I doubt it. Nah.
Bit of a spoiler, but
we're gonna build a wall to keep out the dark spawn and not sending their best to our country. Not sending their best.
Basically, something happened to Nev in the game due to a choice that is made by the player, and this caused her to have, I don't know if this is permanent, but this particular status effect, I'm not even gonna show you what it's called, but it has some effects on Nev's gameplay and her skills and stuff like that, and your relationship with her as well. And it's always cool to see stuff like this in RPGs. Something major happened and she's been affected gameplay wise and character wise. Since I just mentioned the lighthouse, let me touch on it quickly as it is pretty important to this game, and I'm also going to show some very early on footage, so maybe a spoiler for some of you. Chapter markers below. The lighthouse is basically your central meeting hub in this game between missions, etc., similar in many ways to Skyhold and Inquisition. I'm very happy that the lighthouse exists in this game. I feel like the Dragon Age games need this gather your party type place, especially for dialogue reasons and, you know, companion relationship building. And the lighthouse also adds a bit of a feeling of freedom for what has now become a mission-based game. The cool thing about the lighthouse is that it will change over time. What you're looking at right now is the earliest version of the lighthouse. There's not too much going on. I don't even have all the companions here. Everything's very basic, but there will be opportunities for this to grow according to decisions that you make in this game. It will automatically change as it does exist within the Fade, so that is kind of lore accurate, as the Fade changes things depending on how your character's experiencing life. And there will be some opportunities to also customize the lighthouse. You know, I actually like the lighthouse as of right now, initial impressions wise, and I'm excited to see it develop and grow alongside my character and companions. That should be pretty neat, and that's about all I can really say about it right now. So yeah, world building is also another positive from what I've seen here, working off of previous lore, you know, little lore tidbits and things of that nature. And there's some cool connections back to the previous games and dialogue, you know, a few returning characters, and BioWare has already said this publicly, so I mean, maybe it's a spoiler. Let me, I'll when the screen turns red, you can come back if you want to go away, but you will end up, here it comes, you know, meeting and seeing the Inquisitor. I don't really have anything else to say on that, but
Yeah,
the
you're probably
Inquisitor
gonna
was the
see the
main character in
Inquisitor.
Dragon Age Inquisition, and I think you can even customize that character to look like your previous Inquisitor. Super cool. And this does bring us into choice consequence, something that is important to many RPG lovers out there. I did see some world reactivity while I was playing, some things much more minor in nature, such as, you know, choosing to take a certain companion with you over another, and that choice, you know, showing some reactivity in terms of dialogue and the way that companions act after a mission is over. BioWare also presented us with a very impactful decision choice that a player has to make, and the consequences are pretty serious. Like it's one, or it's there's a, I don't want to spoil anything, but very different results. Your world will be different from someone who chose differently, at least in this one area, which is pretty significant. And BioWare also said that there are more impactful decisions to be made, and while I can't verify that, that could be PR talk, and maybe there's only one big really decision that you make. All I'll say here is initial impression wise, and from what I've heard, I'll give this category a thumbs up. And to wrap up this all things writing category, of course there's no way I can know how things are going to turn out, and I don't know about a lot of the companions either, but overall as a whole I'm feeling optimistic about the game's writing. All right, it's combat time. I'm going to start off by saying this is not the direction that I wanted the Dragon Age franchise to go in.
Nope.
I would much prefer a combat system that favors more tactical elements over crazy, fast-paced action elements for this particular franchise. But I will say, overall, looking back, I did have fun with it on this initial session, but I also feel like it could get old pretty fast. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I also don't think that CRPG lovers are going to like it much, meaning if all you really play are CRPGs, or perhaps if like all you play are really hardcore ARPGs like Souls games. But if you like more casual action RPG games, I'd say there's probably some fun to be had here for many of you. And to my surprise, there's actually a lot more to the combat than
I would say the magic looks nice, but it doesn't feel like it. I'm looking at the magic that he's doing. It only feels like he's throwing color. Has anybody remembered the game? The game that got trashed. Something Avium or something. You had these hands and you did magical abilities. I'm seeing the same thing with this magic. I'm gonna step it back a little bit because he's using different types.
but I will say, overall, looking back, I did have fun.
I guess that's ice. Is that ice? This isn't PlayStation 3. That's your ice? Are you serious? That's your ice? That's your ice on the ground.
Session.
Look at the ice on the ground. Do you see that? Bro. Back to Dragon's Dogma 2. Ah, perfect. Right here. I just need the page. Perfect. Wow, that was literally 4 seconds. Look at ice. This is ice. Didn't have to fade it away. Shush. That's ice. Look at that. That's ice. Ice, baby. Dum, 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 dum. That's ice. Not this poor excuse for ice right here. This is PlayStation like 3 ice. What is this?
But I also feel like it could get old pretty fast. That's kind of how I'm feeling. I also don't think that CRPG lovers are going to like it much, meaning if all you really play are CRPGs, or perhaps if like all you play are really hardcore ARPGs.
I want to let everybody know that Wolfheart is the last video that I've seen from other people who I kind of rely on to give me a video. I've looked at Maddie Plays, I've looked at Luke, I looked at Luality. I looked at all 3 of them. Maddie Plays is the only one that was like, yeah. And you know what? That's fine. If he likes the game, that's fine. I don't know if how he feels about the game is truly 2 thumbs up for him. But for Luke and Luality, those 2 were like, it's fine. It's okay. Not bad. I can let that slide. You see what I'm saying? You start to notice the words. Like, when it came to Dragon's Dogma 2 reactions, every single one of these people that I've watched, Asmongold, you know, other people, stuff like that. Every single one of them, when they saw Dragon's Dogma 2, they were like, let's fucking go! These guys that have already played the game are just like, The special effect and Inquisition are decades ahead of these. Wow.
Like Souls games. But if you like more casual action RPG games,
right there. That was a perfect
RPGs like Souls games.
Look at that ice. Look at that sad, poor excuse of ice.
But if you like more casual action RPG games, I'd say there's probably some fun to be had here for many of you. And to my surprise, there's actually a lot more to the combat than I thought there was going to be. You would think that action combat like this is all button mashing. And it certainly can be, especially if you play on easier difficulties. There's actually a decent amount of systems and mechanics going on here that you can engage with that you may not have been able to catch just by watching someone play. I did up the difficulty to hard mode at a few sections, and this was kind of the slap in my face that I've been ignoring many of the systems and mechanics up to that point. Although your character only has 3 active abilities, which can kind of sound like a downgrade from previous games.
It is. To be honest, it is.
There's also an ultimate ability. You can equip runes, some of which can be activated.
Ultimate abilities that have been created now, and now the game is completely different. Can't even control companions.
Kind of like abilities are, and you can cycle between 3 equipped runes at a time. The base kit for each class also offers a good amount of agency.
What the fuck is this spinning hammer shit? What is this spinning hammer ability? What is that? That's so fucking cartoony. You're spinning around. This like even Zelda thinks this is corny. Like he has a spinning like sword move. This is so fucking cartoony. Spinning a giant spectral hammer? Get the fuck out of here. You guys remember hexes in Dragon Age Origins? Where did those go? I just thought about that just now. You guys remember spirit attacks? You guys remember hexes in Dragon Age Origins? Where did those go? Just magic, just gone. Where did those buffs go? Where did those spirit healers things go? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All gone. All gone. let's not play here. I know that the Dragon Age developers, the true blue ones, have left already, but let's not get it twisted. They also fucked up too. They fucked up with Anthem. They also fucked up with a little bit with Mass Effect 3. They also fucked up with Andromeda. They also kind of fucked up with Dragon Age Inquisition, because there's too many moments where they take stuff from previous games and add nothing. You see what I'm saying? They add nothing. They change the gameplay, but they take away certain magic abilities that have shaped the game. Like, there's too much taking and not enough giving. You see what I'm saying? So those people that left, fuck them too.
Over controlling what your character can do. The warrior, for example, has a light attack, heavy attack. You can charge these attacks up, both the light and heavy. You have a dodge. You can hold your shield up to block damage, or you can perform a perfect defense by pressing the block defense button right when an enemy attacks, which does like its own special parry animation. You can sprint attack, jump attack. There's a base kit, shield throw, and depending on how you build your character, there's also combos that you can perform with certain button combinations, and some of which are unlocked through traits in the skill tree. You know, stuff like light, heavy attack, or you might be able to do a particular button combo right after a successful defense, for example. On top of that, the warrior can seamlessly switch to a two-handed weapon at any time, and the two-handed weapon has its own set of base actions and animations. The rogue can switch to the bow, of course, and the mage can switch to an orb and dagger. Each class also has its own fairly unique resource generation bar. Rogues use momentum, warriors use rage, and mages use...
Is that a turret? I like turrets. I'm sorry. I'm a sucker for turrets. Ironically, what made Origins great was how much they left the imagination in terms of the world building and lore and stuff. Yeah, that's true. And also, they keep on changing the lore. There's a few retcons out there. One big retcon: you're gonna join the Antivan Crows. Hey, Antivan Crows, what are you doing? Stabbing this baby. I mean, helping out the needy by stealing from the rich.
Use mana, and these...
But Luke himself is calm. He wouldn't shout and get excited about anything. And in total, he said that he liked everything very much. Not everyone hyperactively shouts about what they like. Luke is lukewarm about how he states things. But when he plays the game, you can tell. You can tell. Have you seen how he acted when Dragon's Dogma 2 came out? He sounded different. Have you find it? Doing this right now. Right now. Got two videos that says Luke Luke reacts. I don't want reactions. I want a review. He always has a skeptical look.
Dragon's Dogma 2 is going to be a very polarizing game as far as I can tell. Some of its old school design decisions that refuse to in this game. There are many mechanics, systems, and concepts to juggle in your mind all at once. I, for one, did not really connect with the first game, so I never finished it, and frankly, I didn't remember very much, if anything, from that game to bring in and inform my experience here, so it really felt like I was starting from scratch. And what I will say is that while it was overwhelming initially, they do a good job of slowly introducing new vocations, more difficult encounters, and other meta mechanics, such as environmental puzzle solving, and my recorded footage. I think you could probably get through the main story in as little as 20 to 25 hours if it's tossed on a plate. And so there's a bunch of spindly little paths the game runs like hot dog water. As I mentioned,
Yes, it does. Yes, it does.
at the top, I played this game primarily on my PC with a 4090 in it and on the PlayStation. Some people are just not going to connect with it and find it painfully obtuse and obscure. But I personally have really enjoyed my time with it. I'm happy to recommend it to people, especially if they enjoyed a game like Elden Ring, but I would definitely do your homework on your particular PC rig, or if you're playing it on console, look up some.
Yeah, the performance doesn't really help with getting the exciting version of Luke. I totally forgot about the performance issues. Holy shit, I forgot about the performance issues. I was looking for a video where he was going to be, you know what? Let's look for Luke and Shadow of the Earth Tree. Not 80. That one should. Perfect.
Doesn't run perfectly. You can see a lot of pop in on the hillside as we're riding, and that's pretty par for the course on PlayStation 5, which is where I'm playing right. Absolutely do that. In my experience, when you use all of the tools at your disposal, the boss fights for the first third golden summoning signs and ready to deal a lot of damage, and ring. That's what it is. And if you're expecting anything,
you want to know the funny thing about this? He's doing a review while he's playing the game. So he likes the game so much that he's going to review the game while he's playing the game. He's playing the game right now.
Different, you might be disappointed, but why would that disappoint you? So much content here, it's frankly baffling. There have already been multiple times where I thought, okay, we're rounding the corner, we're going to wrap this up. And then it's like, nope, new area. Enjoy. It just keeps blowing me away. And there's even more beyond this, because when these companies send you like a
good
this up DLC, awesome so far. As of the time I'm filming this, I have not finished it, but
perfect. Yeah, definitely can tell. Now, that was a perfect one. Perfect. I totally forgot about Dragon Age 2's performance. That shit probably did it, not for me. That shit was fucking annoying. Dragon.
mission that you're seeing
Perfect.
here, like I think 2.5 times. I got halfway through it before we had to stop for. I had a very adjacent RPG, but okay, at the end of this, what are the takeaways? What's my kind of final opinion? I went into this preview event expecting the game to be kind of I expected it to be a reinvention unnecessarily of a formula people already connected with. I figured it would come off as just a less impressive Witcher or God of War clone or Baldur's Gate, adjacent RPG, but they've actually managed to strike their own tone, their own presentation, and I do think there is a pretty sizable market for something like this. People like RPGs, people like fantasy adventure games, and they like high production values too, and this seems to do all of it pretty well, and they are taking active steps to try and remedy the mistakes of years past. They're releasing this game at a discount for what is considered to be AAA pricing. Nowadays, if they wanted to charge $70, they could do that and get away with it. Nobody would really bat an eye because it's a AAA like main entry game in a big franchise. But in this case, they were just releasing it at $60 on Steam because they want to show you that, like, hey, yeah,
that part right there is actually true. $60 on Steam. That's also no microtransactions. Also, the game is coming out polished. I will give them their points on that shit. I will give them that. No microtransactions. The game is polished. They had 10 years to make this game, so it better be fucking polished, my dude. It better be polished, my guy. That wouldn't make any sense if you made this game for 10 years and it wasn't polished. What if you made this game in 6 years? What would it look like? Don't I remember last time that the swords kept on disappearing yesterday? Or what was it? The swords were disappearing, right?
the daggers, they did disappear, right? Okay, there's a little polish that you kind of need to fix the disappearing swords thing, but overall this game is polished. Yeah, but
we're trying to be pro-consumer. We're trying to give this to you at a fair price. Here you go. They're doing other things like polishing the ever-living crap out of it to show.
See, I like doing this sort of thing because I like to balance things. I know that I fucking won't play this game, but I notice the good, but I also notice the wider range of bad. I'm not going to make a 10-minute video and be like, it's a flop. It's a flop, bro. It sucks. They got pronouns. I mentioned pronouns once and said I'm not going to play the game. That's it. That's all I said. I was like, it's got pronouns. I'm not going to play the game. I'm sorry, guys. I don't do the whole pronouns thing. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't really play games like Baldur's Gate 3 was the last time I was going to do that. But I will come into this game and I will critique it and I will see what the game has. I will see what it is. Clearly, it is not Dragon Age. Clearly. Like, everybody knows this. They're like, I just want to play another Dragon Age game, knowing very well it's not Dragon Age. That's what everybody's saying in their head. They just want to play this game and have a good time. Let them have a good time. Let's see what else he says.
Oh, that you can optimize a game and still release it and be profitable if the game is good. And it seems as though the game is.
It did. BG3 didn't even use anyone's pronouns. It did. Actually, if you look at my full release game, if you look at my playlist for Baldur's Gate 3, I tried to make a male character. Well, I didn't try. I did. I made a male character, and then Shadowheart called me a girl. Like, is like, leave her alone. And I was like, her? Who's her? Who's her? Who's talking to? It's only me and Asterion. And then I looked up. I didn't know that they had pronouns in this shit. So I had to restart the game. Luckily, I'll give it to Shadowheart. Shadowheart told me within 2 hours of playing the game. 2 hours. What if I came into the game, played 15 hours, maybe 30 hours of the game, and then Lae'zel that I'm romancing is like, you're the most beautiful woman I've ever seen. And I'm like, excuse me? And I look at it and it's like 35 hours into the game. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? So hats off to Shadowheart and saying it early. I had to restart it because mental illness.
At its core, entertaining and good. And that's what I'm looking for. I just want another game that I'm going to have fun with, that I can be proud of supporting because it's priced fairly, it's optimized, it's polished. That's what we've...
No. Say that again.
I just want another game that I'm going to have fun with, that I can be proud of supporting because it's priced fairly, it's optimized, it's polished. That's what we've all been begging for like a year or two out of these big AAA releases that come out rushed, come out broken, come out lazily thrown together and uninspired.
I was about to say, has he played Space Marines 2? And then I see the giant fucking Titus statue behind him. And I'm like, no, never mind. He's played it.
And this seems to be a direct answer to those frustrations. And I'm here for it, frankly. I'm excited to say that I'm excited for Dragon Age the Veilguard, and after playing this game, I feel as though this really could be something special. I'm happy to say I think BioWare might actually be back, and while this game is not going to be for everybody, I'm sure there's going to be some people that...
Is Luke a dad? Okay. I think Luke is a father. I know he's married. Yeah, he's a father. Okay, all right. Yeah, Luke ain't going to be doing no shouting. However, my single ass is going to be doing the shouting. If I see a bad game and I'm like, this is trash, get this shit out of my face. Luke is a father. He ain't going to be doing no shouting. He's a gentleman, all right? He's just going to be like, this game looks kind of nice. I think I might let my son play this game. That's Luke. All right, that's just Luke's persona. That's just how he is. He's a little passive. All right, that's just how it is. But we do know that the way he sounds in this one is completely different from Elden Ring and also from Dragon's Dogma 2. Besides the performance part. The performance part, he was a little bit louder because we all know that once we buy a game and the game can't run well, sucks for everyone because people will return the game and also people can't play the game because the performance is shit. You noticed he shifted a little bit with the performance. He was a little bit peeved off because nobody wants to buy a game and the game starts fucking stuttering and shit and things just look all shitty and laggy and so yeah.
That don't like
Now,
the way that they've set up combat or the way that they set up the
Luality, I want to see Luality. No. Luality does not sound like what she sounded like with Baldur's Gate 3. Let's just get that out of here right now.
Hi, I'm Luality and
Love you,
did
girl,
want to
but I
play the
gotta-
game more. The beginning, it felt like a little bit slower, both for me to get
Play
into the gameplay and the
classes.
story, but as it kept going, I really warmed up to it and
I wanna
keep
know the-
comboing with a companion because sometimes I would press, but when they were just like elite enemies in the middle of a bunch of other enemies, they felt a little bit tanky.
Yeah, she sounds sad. Bro. She doesn't. I feel you, Luality. I feel you. This reminds me of she's talking about how the smaller enemies are better to deal with, but the bigger enemies are tanky and spongy. And I can understand that she doesn't want to, you know, like, I feel like it's funny because when she's streaming and she has something to say that bothers her, she'll scream it out. But when it comes to a video that she's making, she's kind of sincere. And you know, you notice her tone changes when she notices something's wrong with the game. Like
This game looks
oh yeah, she thinks this game's gorgeous. I think the game is gorgeous too.
To either take the power by force or take the power by diplomacy. I really like that punching that guy in the face.
Oh yeah. Yeah, punching the bad guy. Gotcha.
Initially, the game was really stable. A lot
A lot of
more than my
people seem
mental
to
health.
like
the story was
Lucanus.
good. I just wish that at times it was a little bit less lighthearted, but there were some dark moments that I didn't even expect to be in the game based on the trailers. The graphics and art style, the environmental design, I really liked it. Didn't have many problems with it. The character faces, I wish they were a little bit more realistic, especially the Quinari. It seemed a little bit.
God, man, that's so fucking. Look at the skin right there, bro. The skin right there. Right here. Like right there. That is so fucking weird. How could you kiss a woman and she's just got stretched skin on her forehead?
Goofy. I did try to create a good looking Quinari,
Oh,
but I ended up just moving on and just playing the
I
game.
just ended up moving on. Look at Luality's videos when she first started playing Baldur's Gate. She was like a little bunny who was surrounded by 5 or 10 carrots. Like the bunny is just like, holy shit, there's a lot of carrots in here, son. In this one, she's just like, seems all right. This is good. And I'm just like, oh no. She's gonna play it though. She's gonna play it from beginning, middle to end. So hey, it is what it is. Kunari always have been ugly. Kunari have not always been ugly. You stop. You stop. The Kunaris have always been ugly, bruh. I think the era shock that was in Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age 2 and Dragon Age 3 was peak Kunaris. The Kunari looked fucking fantastic. You know what's the crazy thing is? The Kunari look fucking amazing in those little tarot cards that they got. You know those tarot cards that they always have in Dragon Age and Inquisition and in this game? The Kunari look fan-fucking-tastic. And then they give you this shit. You're just like, that is not indicative of what we think.
Overall, that's my first impression. I really liked what I saw, and I honestly want to see more. So, first things first, character creation. It was honestly amazing.
I don't trust folks who rode the bull back in Inquisition. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I have not seen the sex scene of Iron Bull, but I know Cassandra and like Cullen walked in and was like, "What the fuck? Put your clothes on." But I haven't never seen it.
This character creator, it felt like
You couldn't get Sten's approval up. Give him a present. Boom.
simple enough that if you just want to create a good looking
Yeah.
character.
So that's Lualities. Let's go back to.
All have like their own somewhat unique ways of building up. For example, when rogues take damage and deal damage, their momentum goes down, but like when a warrior takes damage, their rage bar will actually go up, and this resource bar is used for the activation of many of the abilities in the game. So with all that at your disposal, you actually don't really feel like you're limited with what you can do. And also note that it's very easy to switch out active abilities in between combat encounters.
You guys ever look at Dragon Age Veilguard's action combat and you're just like, you know, you've played better action combat games like Devil May Cry 5 and like, just like, I don't know what it is, but Japan just makes epic. Like, have you ever played Nier Automata? You just see better action. This action looks it's action. It's an action RPG. I mean, right there, yeah.
To change it up and make things feel a bit more fresh, and you can also respec very easily for no cost. So I was actually impressed with the amount of agency you have over your character in combat, even though this is not the direction that I want the combat to go in, I guess I could say. I certainly wasn't too happy hearing the news that you can no longer take control of your companions anymore, like direct control, which was kind of a staple feature of all the Dragon Age games up to this point, even though some people weren't into using that feature. A lot of people were. But the tactical pause menu in combat does give you some control here. You can choose what targets you want your companions to attack. You can have them attack the same target, and you can have them use their own abilities. Now, the tactical pause is also where you queue up combos. Now, I didn't do a ton of combos. I was trying to learn other aspects of the game, but I do plan on engaging much more with this mechanic on full release. It's pretty cool to queue a combo and then watch it play out. If you feel like you have some control, like I said, if you're playing on an easier difficulty,
Anyway, we've already seen the combat so many times. We're done.
It probably doesn't really matter for a lot of things, but on the harder difficulties, it does feel like you gotta engage with some of this stuff, and it becomes meaningful. And while on the combo topic, there's a system of primers and detonators behind combinations that make many of these combos pretty deadly. For example, some abilities in this game cause particular status effects on opponents, such as...
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What is this ultimate? What is this ultimate? Bro!
Deadly.
Bro, what is this ultimate? What are we now? You remember in previous Dragon Ages, you were just a regular person, basically, kinda. Yeah, you were basically a regular person. Look at this. What is this? What character did this in a either MOBA or Overwatch? I think wasn't this who had this ability? Even a Deadlock character had this ability. What the hell is this? Yo, this ain't Dragon, bro. What? You didn't even kill anybody either.
And these status effects can act as primers and or detonators. For example, a mage might use a spell that causes an opponent or opponents to become overwhelmed, and the rogue class then may have an ability that can actually detonate overwhelmed opponents. This basically causes an AoE explosion, so you have some synergy here between different classes and also abilities. On top of that, you may also have gear that
after playing Space Marines 2, these executions look lackluster.
Specifies that something such as detonating an overwhelmed enemy will then apply bleeding. So there's a lot of different systems that are at work here. All of them are pretty simple, but there's like enough of them, and a lot of them actually, to where it doesn't feel like, it feels like there's a lot to dive into, at least on your initial session. Now, negatives of combat include touching back on the UI, of course, and the visual section. Some people aren't going to be able to get over this look. And that, I mean, I understand. Many times it does feel like there's just way too much going on to the point of where it can get pretty, like, annoyingly frustrating.
Yeah.
With that said, if and when you start to feel this way, this is probably a good time to consider using the tactical pause a bit more, and I like to feel incentivized to use that. But even with that, it's just not a great feeling having 10 different colors on your screen.
You know what sucks about looking at these ugly-ass Darkspawn and the UI? We're focusing, if you're looking at this whole thing, you're not even looking at the boss. You're not looking at the enemies or the small enemies, the elite enemies. You're not looking at the enemies. You're just looking at that eyesore of a red, orange, or a yellow bar. You're so focused on the bar that you're not even looking at the enemy. It's a fucking eyesore. So you're just concentrated on waiting until the health gets to 0, so you can just, get it out of the way.
Screen with lines going across as enemies are constantly shooting and staggering.
This will be the best game that BioWare has had since Inquisition. Man, good Lord, what year is that? Year is that? 2012 maybe?
Your character from a distance, it's almost too hectic at times. When there's too much.
But at the same time, I think you're incorrect, because this is the thing. They are reliant on two things. They're reliant on casual players, and they're also reliant on the not only the casual players, but also us, the fans that have liked Dragon Age for a very long time. This has permanently divided the fans into two. I don't know how big which one is which, but judging from the likes and dislikes, it's probably a lot of negativity towards not liking the game. So now that is split up. And also at the same time, if you're trying to catch the casual audience don't give a fuck about this game. They're looking at it and they're just like, game. This doesn't scream they will spend $60 on this. This does not scream that. A better game that would perfect. Space Marines 2 is a game that I never thought I would be playing, because I haven't played Space Marines 1. I don't have any Warframe games. I'm brand new to the whole Warhammer thing, but I saw the game and it looked absolutely fun. There ain't no RPG mechanics in that game. You just go in there and then use a saw sword and then call it a day. There's less gameplay in that game than this game, but I like that game. So there's a lot of normal casual fans that's in a game that's actually really good compared to this game that looks safe. This game looks safe. Bathe in the blood of thine enemy. 50% off, maybe.
Too much going on, it stops being as much of a skill issue and it becomes more of a combat design issue. Animations are also not really the best here. You get caught on things in the environment. You end up in like these weird positions when you jump at odd times or slide, and you feel a little floaty at times. Could use some more work in my opinion. Overall though, like I said, not the combat style that I was personally hoping for, nor do I think it's great or anything like that, but I should say I did have fun on that initial session. Like, I'm not telling everybody about it now. I'm like, oh my god, you got to try this out. But it was pretty fun, and I do want to jump back into it and mess with some different builds and abilities and kill some shit. Speaking of builds, this brings us into character progression systems. This game does not involve controlling attributes or anything like that, but that's not the end of the world to me, even though I would prefer that. But I gotta say, the skill trees are surprisingly robust here, with many nodes and pathways to explore for each class, although I do wish there were more abilities to choose from. You'll basically earn a point with each level up to progress through the skill tree. You can go in any direction that you want, investing into abilities, traits, passives, greater passives, and of course you have the specializations, which offer some exclusive nodes, including a special ultimate. Companions also have skill trees, though they are much simpler, but I actually think that kind of works for this game, considering that we can no longer take direct control of our companions. We can't play as them anymore. I wasn't able to get into reputation systems much, nor gear progression, nor faction progression. So I'm going to refrain from commenting on those aspects here. But progression via leveling up through skill trees, I'm going to give a thumbs up. I appreciate the size of the trees and the player agency to navigate them in a way of your choosing. Before we wrap things up and get to my final thoughts, I want to quickly touch on exploration. But I didn't really play enough to have a truly informed opinion here. For my limited time though, I will say exploration didn't feel that great, but this could also be because I was in the earlier parts of the game. According to BioWare and also IGN, who played a lot more than me, some areas do apparently open up a bit more and may have a much less linear feeling, but I don't know. My limited experience with exploration was not very exciting though. Just a few rather boring side pathways with not much to see or really do. I didn't get a
He's saying it's boring. Good lord, man. Good lord. I trust. I'm starting to trust not only Wolfheart but also Luality's tone. I watch for Luality's tone. I have to watch Luality's tone and not what she says, because Luality, I can tell she's being nice, and that's fine. That's fine. But I'm willing to trust her words and Wolfheart. Yeah.
sense of environmental freedom of traversal really at all. Really hoping this improves once I'm able to get a bit further into the game, but as of now, the map designs feel, I mean, linearity is a word that comes to mind, and restrictive in terms of the environment and what you can do with it. Overall, initial impressions wise, this game is pulling me in so many different directions, and it leaves me very conflicted. But as a fan of the franchise as a whole, and as someone who has already gone through the mourning period for wishing that the DA franchise would head more towards the CRPG direction, or more towards the deep, complex RPG direction, I guess I could say, I do find myself still excited to jump back into it on official release. With that said, I just can't confidently say to you all, though, as my audience, that yeah, this is a definite buy. My guess is that this game will unfortunately continue to be quite divisive, but I could be wrong. For myself, the potential story and the world building is a powerful enough force to the DA franchise that I'll be playing it no matter what. And there are certainly some cool things that I talked about in the video, but I don't really see any world where this could be like my game of the year or anything like that, as a few of the negatives that I mentioned in the video, they just feel a little too impactful for what I personally value in games, specifically RPGs. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope this video was helpful. More Dragon Age content to come, including some exclusive class overviews here over the next couple.
What the fuck is this? Yo, what the? No. No, they fucking did not. Hold on, I'm about to get angry. Yeah, Wolf is nice, but he's being serious about the... Yeah, he's being serious. I like his version, and I trust Wolfheart's word.
inclusivity.
What is this? Hold. I'm getting angry. No, that's not true. Okay, all right. I'm about to show you in just. Apparently, Dragon Age is trending, and now I know why. No fucking way. Bro, what the fuck? I'm about to get angry. About to get angry. Right here. Right here. Right there. Yep. Oh, you weren't joking? Oh my fuck. Take out my fuck. BioWare. Hey, how you doing? This is Mr. Hardcore Mode where nothing's easy. Where the fuck did you go? Where are we now? Is this why your dev team left? Is this why your dev team left? Not only adding pronouns, which is not necessary, but also adding top surgery scars to your fucking game. Current day shit. Are you for real right now? Is this your trying to make Dragon Age the queerest game ever? Is this who we are now? I don't want to hear. I know I'm gonna get two fucking individuals, two fucking evil pieces of shit individuals. I'm gonna get that one person that's like, who cares, bro? He's like, it's just the thing, bro. You are a really piece of shit for not giving 2 seconds or 2 minutes to understand what the hell this is. This is virtue signaling and messaging at its fucking finest. Nobody wants this shit here. Nobody wants to stop serving this shit on a fucking silver platter. I know you do not care, and you feel like you're a good person when in actuality, people that are just like, whatever, man, it's okay, man. You need to look at yourself in the mirror and realize that you're probably not a good person. Okay? This is not a whatever moment. Okay? This is more than that. If you can't realize that, then I wouldn't say that you're evil. I would say that you just honestly don't care about the whole situation anyway. So why are you even here bothered about it? Now, here's the other individual. The individual that's just like, we're here and we're queer. You're evil. I'm okay with you guys doing whatever the hell you want to do in your own home. That whole gendermancer, the one game developer, all I said was, that's a dude. That's it. But I still kept on checking out your game to see if it was for me. I still did. Some people just straight up and left and said, nah, there's a transgender person, so I'm not going to play the game. I said, well, we'll see what this game is. I looked a little in deeper, adding pronouns, not for me. I really think that shit shouldn't be here. Not for me. Now we're adding top surgery scars. We're butchering our bodies up now. Is that who we are now? And no, this is not different from adding scars to your eye, looking like fucking Rurouni Kenshin. It means something deeper than that. Stop acting like you found the gotcha. Okay, it's deeper than that. The dude that is pretending to be a woman, what's your name? Corrine? I'm gonna call you Corey from now on. Corey,
Keep your shit with your shit and let your game be your game. But you know what? It's already here. We've already reached here. This is who you guys are. You're not BioWare anymore. You're not BioWare. BioWare left. You're not BioWare. Didn't you make Sims before this? Didn't you make Sims? You're not concentrated on the game. This is what you're concentrated on. That's why you bit your bottom lip like some thirsty little motherfucker. That's why. That's your concentration. Getting that ass whooped by Tash. This isn't Dragon Age. This is a fucking romance simulator. This is Life is Strange 5. You're not BioWare anymore. None of you are. None of you are BioWare. The fans are. And if the fans want to go like, yeah, representation, yeah, keep it to yourself. Listen, you want to have that reputation? Fine. Play your game. That's cool. You found it. Eat it up. Enjoy. Play your game. I will never tell anybody to not play a game. If this is your game, then go ahead. Enjoy Dragon Age the Concord. This is bullshit. Because I have family members that are starting to understand video games. I have kids starting, not me. I don't have kids. How much it costs around here? Anyway, my sister and my family all have kids, and they are starting to understand their uncle, me. That's me. And they are starting to understand and love RPGs and video games. I was going to direct them straight to you guys because I believed you guys had some good, solid games. But now, I see what you're doing now. This is you. This is BioWare right here. This you. That's you. Congratulations. That you now. This is the new BioWare. This ain't BioWare. This is BioWack. God damn, that was fucking cringe. Do you understand what the fuck I'm saying? Do you even care? The sin in the shit? The messaging in the shit? You guys used to make some bangers. You had your KOTOR. You had the MMO, Old Republic. You had strong male and female characters. You had your Dragon Age Origins. And you guys kept on veering off and off and off and off. Who gives a fuck if your 10-year to make polished game comes out polished? Of course your game is going to come out polished because it took you 10 fucking years. Also, you still got bugs. I saw that shit. Don't play me. Who are you now? Who are you? You ain't Dragon Age. You ain't Mass Effect. Who are you? Because I guarantee you, I have been watching your story. I've been reading your little videos, your little stories. I'm reading your lore in your videos. Everything is completely dry. Ever since Dragon Age Origins, maybe a little bit of 2, maybe a little 3. I've read a little bit of your books, your comic books. Things were starting to look good. But as things started to get, as we started to get closer, things were just turning out soft or boring. Soft or boring. Yeah. I mean, if you're going to be both, fine. But you're also going to treat us like morons? You're gonna spoon feed us this top surgery scar bullshit? Fell off. It fell off. This is who you are now. I could swallow body type A and body type B. I can't stand pronouns. But this, I don't even want to play Mass Effect. I don't want to play your next game. This game is going to be... This game, if you get any sort of rewards in the game awards, sums up. Well, no. Sorry. No. What am I talking about? They're just gonna see this as nothing. It's just a nothing. What about the gameplay? What about the gameplay? What about the game itself? Oh man, this game is great. Oh, IGN first, Slay Queen. Dragon Age has always been queer, yes. And then give them 3 awards on fucking Game Awards. I see it. Jeff Keighley would do that shit. Jeff Keighley would do that shit. He would do that. He would do that. Yeah, I could see him doing that. This is fucking ridiculous. I mean, the last game that was doing a lot of virtue signaling, what was that? Last of Us Part 2. How many awards? How many fucking awards that did Last of Us Part 2 get that they didn't deserve? Didn't they get almost all of them? BioWare 3, I can understand that. I can understand that. And now you're here. What, you're gonna be strong and brave, and you're just gonna get awards out the hoo-ha because everybody that's a game developer is progressive, and when they see this shit, they kind of just, you know, jerk themselves off. You guys kind of do this whole circle jerk thing where you guys feel like you guys are doing something special. You guys act like that you've just fed the homeless, and then you're gonna get awards for this shit. You're not special, okay? Stop spoon feeding these children this kind of bullshit. Kids are going to grow up. They're going to start to realize, hey, man, I want to play this Dragon Age game. This ain't it. This ain't it. I don't know who you are anymore. It's not me. It's you. It's clearly you. All right, guys. You want to play some KOTOR? Play some KOTOR. I'm reading. Why is it an issue? Why is it an issue? I'll tell you why. This is a fantasy game. All right? We're here to escape. Right? Who's doing the top surgery scars? I know what I said. And I'm everything that I said, I'll say it again. This is just virtue signaling. That's all it is. This is just doing some representation shit to just jerk people off and like get people to to indoctrinate other people into like, oh, what's this? That's what this is. That's all it ever is. I know it looks like just literally nothing but a slider, a toggle, but it's deeper than that. It's deeper than that. If you can't see that, I don't know what to do. I don't know. You've figured everything out for yourself. Then we're gonna just have to agree to disagree. I don't know what to do for you. I don't. All the messaging and shit when we just want to play a video game to escape. User, I hear you, and I'm 37 years old. So 17, 18, 19, I still call them kids. I'm 37 years old. I'm old. I'm getting there. I'm really, I'm almost to 40. So 20, 21, kids to me. 22-year-olds, kids to me. I know what I meant. I'm not talking about toddlers. Come on now. My family has some kids that are about to turn well, it's nobody's business, but they're gonna grow up, and right now they're playing some Mario shit that are just, it's just, you know, simple games. Simple games where they just jump around and step on turtles and, you know, touch a flag and save the princess. Simple stuff. Not this bullshit. It's got to be it's sickening. It's sickening. Butchering your own fucking body. Like, hey, maybe the kids will like this. Let's talk about butchering kids. Let's talk about butchering people. And like I said, you get scars. You got a whole bunch of scars too. You can make little burn marks on your character. That's fine. But we know what the... Notice that in that picture that I just showed you is separate from all the scars that are in the makeup section. You notice that? Did you notice that? I bet you didn't notice that. That top surgery had its own category, its own column. The scars were in a different column, along with the makeup. Unfucking be trans. If you want to be trans, that's fine. Keep it to yourself, though. That's all I'm saying. Don't share that shit with other people. Fucking kidding me? Man, this is the greatest country in the world, America. But I thought I was a me. I thought I was a Mr. Hardcore mode. It's normal. No, it's fucking... Jesus. Jesus. Upload that, are you? That's kind of true. All I'm saying is, it's a slippery slope. You know what I mean? It's a slippery slope. Oh, God. I forgot how to play this game. What were we doing? What were we doing? Oh God, it's been a while. You spoke to Master Kavar on Onderon and he agreed to meet you at the Jedi Enclave on Dantooine. You had netted all the Jedi Masters. Oh shoot. How'd the game work? Dang, it's been a while since I forgot which missions are which. I remember saving a guy and we need to go. Oh, this is Godo, right? Hold on. Got a message saying you overheard two thugs talking about Boga the Hut and the crime boss Godo. It sounds like Boga's got problems with Godo. Mentioning Godo might be a way for you to meet with Boga. The Hut's obsessed with him. I remember the Hut. Go to Danton. Let's go to Danton. We're not going to Korriban, that's for sure. Where the hell? Sorry, I'm still stuck on that, man. That's just sad, man. That's just... it's pathetic. My wives.
Has there been any word of her? None yet. I do not understand why she displays such disobedience. You know why. She bears the face of her mother. She shames us all. She has always brought shame upon us. In terms of combat, she is the least among us. Her stance always had too much passion about it.
Hey, don't talk to my wife that way.
Perhaps it is better that our sister chose exile rather than having it forced upon her.
Oh, yo, what are you dissing my wife for? What the fuck?
It might be helpful if I made some changes to my remote's maintenance laser to do spot repairs.
That would be a welcome improvement. My combat effectiveness could be better sustained, providing an advantageous arrangement. And my miniature counterpart would finally be able to pull his weight in a fight.
Right. Oh, him. Okay. Don't worry. Godo's just jealous that you've got all that circuitry packed in such a small shell.
All right then. I'll work on it when we get back to the Hawk. There. You should be able to do some quick fixes. You won't be able to perform serious repairs, but you should be able to patch up any broken droids.
This remote has been upgraded with the ability to repair other droids in your party. Sweet!
You know, I think it's time I gave your cutting laser a little boost. It works fine for repairs, but we could use your help in a firefight. Don't worry about it. We'll make sure they keep you out of their scopes. Think of it this way. You can keep Koto in line with it.
The door's remote has been outfitted with an improved laser.
If you've got some time, I'd like to see what I can upgrade for you.
Yes, I do have a few moments to spare for your work. I would like to know what he is doing here, though.
He helps me out with repairs. That isn't a problem, is it?
I suppose not. Perhaps in working on my circuitry, your assistant will learn something about how a fully functional droid is constructed.
Oh, yo,
just ignore him and let's get to work.
I would appreciate that. Our group has little in the way of time to spare, and I would not want to delay you from your other duties.
Right. Let's get you open. See
cool
what you can
voice.
do.
This was back when
I have
BioWare
to say,
made
you
sense.
are put together quite well. There wasn't much to do.
As I told you, my design is streamlined and efficient, though I am pleased that you were able to make some improvements, and this was not just a waste of my valuable time.
There were a few things from my remote that I was able to integrate into your construction.
I see. Well, thank you. I'll let you get back to your work.
Goto has received a permanent +1 bonus to his dexterity. That's good. That's really good.
Query. Is there someone that you need killed, Master?
I love this guy. I noticed the look on the game for me. For you guys, it probably looks great. For my screen, it's so weird. Advanced option. You know what? It's not that. I'm good. I'm not gonna fuck. Please. He's becoming good. He's neutral. He's getting there. Good boy. All the way up. She hates my guts. He's almost there. This is taking a minute. At her. That's creepy. I would say we haven't really hung out with her. Well, no. We did hang out. That is out with. This was back when BioWare had donuts.
Yes?
Damn! They won't do that in BioWare anymore. They won't allow that shit. They would have that character cut off in place. That's what they do. But don't worry. The world's okay with that. The world is okay with that. It's my bad. My bad. At either their dexterity or strength bonus. You already have this. Ability. Favor of those. If I remember correctly, she is soldier. Yeah, she's a guardian. I'll be honest, dude, I'm gonna auto level you up. There you go. Oh shit, I'm controlling another character other than my own. We're not allowed to do that anymore. Too soft, everything's just plain. You signaling messaging in the good lord. We don't know how to make a really compelling game, but you know what we're good at? Acting like we're nice. Dragon Rage is for everyone. let you know right now, you have to say that for your game. That your video game is for everyone. And there's a good chance that the game is dog shit. There's the one dude. Oh, he might be talking to the one girl. You at the Jedi Enclave on we had united all when you had united all. Am I missing one Jedi Master? Having Jedi. I think I already have them. Yeah, I think I have them. Have you seen the design of the Carnari invaders? It's so stupid, it's funny. No, I haven't seen it. Jedi Enclave is that one broken down area. Gotta remember to find it. Enclave Courtyard. Restream. Cave. The Enclave Court. We're going around. Now every BioWare game that has been badass back in the day, I don't even want a remake from these. I don't. I do not want a remake from those. Oh man, I would like a remake of KOTOR. No, from someone else, not BioWare. Must be inside. Great Bay, workbench. Jedi Archive. Your panel. Power relay. Storage. I don't think he's in here. Yeah, I don't think he's in here. Man, did I go in here? I didn't see him. Wanted me to go to Dantooine, but I don't see him. Music volume is louder than mine. Because it's a testing. Oh yeah. Oh, that's right. Did reduce. Filter. Testing. What? It only goes up to there? How about here? Is this louder? Is this louder? Seem louder. Testing. That's not good. We can do better. Higher? I think that's better. Little bit higher. Up to maybe 5, maybe? Testing. Threshold. How about this? Testing. I think that's getting a little bit better. Go up to 5. Testing. I think it's the release. It is the release. Testing. Ratio. Testing. Testing. Oh. How dare you? Oh. That's a little bit better. Testing. Okay. I hope that's better. Let me bring up the testing. Is this better? I think that's better. Yeah, I think that's okay. Okay, cool. Thanks, chat. Now I'm gonna be annoyingly loud. All your fault. All your fault. Do. Oh, I can put. Yeah, I thought I had to go to Dantooine, but it doesn't look like it, maybe. So what I'm gonna do is gonna head off-world, head to Korriban, see if that helps. Eliminate one of the road captains. Oh, isn't that him? No, not the same person. Different dude. Refugee landing pad. It's too early to go here. Korriban? Not sure. Let's go here to Nar Shaddaa, help out this family that needs to get off world. Want to go find them. Do a side mission first. There's a family that we're gonna help. Still got lost in this place. All right, dudes, let's go. There's a family that I said I was gonna help. I think it's those humans that were refugees. Rana and her family are seeking passage off the Nar Shaddaa. You've told her you would help find someone to transfer.
Geraktada cemense bengar urukotodo and chuchu taso benkisha manen. There into runto wakare koe. Terewana jun konata della raguno tu.
He didn't have anything. Moving on. Let's first find them. I think it was Piranha and her family. Where are we going? Docks? I think it would be the docks. Entertainment promenade. Refugee sector. Oh, it's on the other side right here. hell at? They should be downstairs. It's the humans that are the refugees. And I think it was Rana that was human. No, I already got all that loot. I remember whipping all their asses. Nope. Ah, here we go. Huh?
Did you find us a pilot yet?
Okay, so they're looking for a pilot. No, I'm still looking.
Please, hurry.
Okay, so it's her. And looking for a pilot. On this planet, a pilot. I could look in the entertainment section. Or I have a couple of areas. First, let's get out of here. I think the pilot might be in here. Yeah, definitely on this planet. Jeez, with my tooth. Maybe it's because I've been grinding my teeth. That's probably why I need to stop doing that. Refugee landing pad. And gloves. Workbench. Attainment promenade. I could go to the docks, maybe find a pilot there. I could just look this up online, but that wouldn't be fun, would it? Could you help me transport a family to Tila? That's right, I do remember helping you. Mother's name is Karana. She's in the refugee quad. You use that line for everything. Never mind, I'll be going. All right. Oh. Sweet. All right, that was some good XP too. All right. Put that out of the way. You overheard two thugs talking about Voga the Hutt and the crime boss Goto. Sounds like Voga's got problems with Goto. Mentioning Goto might be a way for you to meet with Voga if the Hutt's obsessed with him. We might want to quick save it because the Hutt is like straight ahead. Ain't no way he's still asleep. He is still fucking asleep. She ignores you. Half asleeping.
Kavadumpe masura kul popayi botenya tachimurota kamsa 자와스코보 섭조
temperature can be great when aroused from his slumber. I don't have time for that overgrown slug. Wake him? Oh.
Heru nocho, minara docha, kawana dumpa kankarebe.
Kitty girl would be important enough to disturb me. Can you tell me about Goto? He's the one I wish to see a line of blood in front of me. What has he done to you? He's run freighters, entire shipments of fuel from Shellron and hijacked his minion. Because of this, I've been forced to cease my trading operations, which have proven quite annoying. If I can take care of Goto, will you agree to ship fuel to Citadel Station? Citadel Station. Ah, what's Citadel Station? Oh god, it's been a while since I came back to this game, guys. Citadel Station. Oh god. Isn't it Telos? Perhaps I can help you get to the bottom of this. If I can take care of Goto, will you agree to ship fuel to the Citadel Station? I just want to make sure Telos has fuel. Alright. So we're gonna go grab Goto. Bring him in here. This actually might be. I wonder what he is gonna be pissed. He's gonna be like, why are we going this way? What are we doing? Oh, hell no. You're sending me to the hut? Fuck you. And then the fight starts before I even get there. That screen tearing I see? It went away. It's gone now. Okay. So all I have to do is just get out. I don't think there's any reason to level up Goto right now, considering that I'm gonna betray this motherfucker. Wait, is this the refugee sector? I went the wrong damn way. I should probably save it before I bring him out there. We'll see. Hell, did you just see that guy who had his fisticuffs out? Trying to start something? Let's save it right there. You're in. I do not have Goto here, but okay. Even though he's right there, doesn't work like that.
Yes. Is there something you wish? As anxious as I am to give away all my trade. You may.
You wanted me to say the Republic. How is that possible? On the yacht, you mentioned Revan, but Revan sought to destroy the Republic.
A common misconception not supported by facts. Revan did not intend to destroy the Republic. He deliberately left the infrastructure of many planets intact, and many military production facilities.
That's inconsistent with the fleet he had in his disposal.
I believe that by whatever means he used to build his armada, he recognized that it was somehow a limited source, or that he was only willing to use it to a point. My prediction is that whatever production facility was being employed, it carried a price that Revan perceived as detrimental to the goals of the Sith. And that is why Revan left many military production facilities in the Republic intact.
Why Revan wouldn't need to conquer anything else once the Republic was beaten?
That is what occupies my calculations as well. I believe that Revan saw a war on another front that we did not, or saw the value in keeping a strong military force.
You know where he got his forces?
That is also a mystery to me. I do not have any evidence upon which to build an answer. It is significant that after the defeat of Malak, the forces decreased considerably, and after Revan's departure from known space, production ceased completely. It is my prediction that whatever was producing such forces needed a strong, effective leader to ensure its stability. Without Revan or Malak, there was no such figure left among the Sith.
And what about Malak?
Unlike Revan, Malak demonstrated no concern for the future of the Republic in his attacks. His stratagems were painfully obvious, intending to crush all resistance everywhere. There was little thought beyond the complete destruction of anything that opposed him. He left quite a mess. I'm still trying to assess all the damage. Between the two, I would have preferred Revan rule the galaxy. He had foresight in his conquest, a subtlety that Malak did not possess.
Right. Alright. Well, since technically Goto's not here, that's just a robot.
But maybe I'll see Goto later on. We'll see. All right, let's head to Korriban. Literally Sith territory. Oh, where the hell am I? Man, I'm off in La La Land. Sorry, I'm still thinking about Dragon Age Veilguard and their bullshit.
Yes.
Dude, you can auto level up. I don't even know what you use. Am I gonna be a robot? Shit. And again, you can't use your companions Veilguard, but you can use it in this game. All these mountain monuments.
We've hit the ground. This is Korriban. Why would one of the Jedi you're looking for come here?
It seems quiet. Just the wind. But deep beneath the surface, you can feel the pain of what took place here. There's great power in this place, for those who can hear its call.
There is much that would draw a Jedi to this place. The resting grounds of the ancient and more recently departed Sith contain many teachings believed lost. The most likely place to find our lost Jedi is the ruins of the old academy.
What happened here?
It was said that Revan intended to return to Korriban to subdue any potential Sith insurgents, but Revan disappeared. It took a year or two for the Republic to send a force here to deal with any Sith that may have remained. They found Korriban much as we have, barren and lifeless. It was assumed that the remnants of the Sith turned on each other, vying for what little power remained. The Republic found evidence that several Sith Lords escaped Korriban, fleeing to remote sections of the galaxy.
Just like the left, they tend to eat themselves. Do you think there are any living Sith here?
As lifeless as it seems, the dark side is very strong here. The Sith Lords would not ignore such a powerful place. there is much that can be learned even here.
What's that?
If you walk Korriban's surface, you shall walk it without me.
Huh? Why?
I cannot. This place is strong with the dark side. It is difficult to center myself here. Korriban holds few secrets from me, but much that you should learn.
Very well. Stay here and keep the engines primed in case we need to leave quickly.
I will remain here and meditate. Our link remains. I shall contact you and provide guidance when needed. The Academy is on the other side of this valley. Be careful. Dark energy fills these ruins, and even the fallen Sith live still.
Okay. I think I know who I want to bring. Definitely want to bring you. Jedi Guardian. He's still not all the way good. We're gonna fix that. Bring him along. Am I being watched?
The structures you see around you are the plundered tombs of the ancient Sith Lords. Each tomb was once infused with the history and heritage of the old Sith Empire, containing great mysteries and powerful relics of the Force. However, even the many traps could not long hold back the curious, the fools, and the weak, and so these tombs fell, spilling their secrets into the hands of those unable to comprehend or preserve them.
I haven't leveled him.
Just say the word.
Dude. New recommended. Just accept it. Everything is red.
The broken corpses before you are all that remain of the Sith on Korriban. I doubt there is much to be gained from looting these bodies. It would be best to leave them be.
We even loot them?
Fool! You've disturbed the spirits of this place, and they have sent their guardians.
I didn't touch it! What are these guardians?
Hissis are semi-intelligent beasts, corrupted and strengthened by prolonged exposure to the dark side. As creatures of the Force, they have a limited ability to mask their presence. Hissis are drawn to suffering and carnage. They must have fed on all the corpses left over from the war here on Korriban. The angry phantoms of the Sith, too weak to influence the sentient, have taken these Hissis as thralls to their will.
Force wave.
My life is yours.
Holy shit, it's a giant dragon. Oh, this third one. Hold up.
I hear you.
Go right here.
More where that came from. Time to even the odds.
Okay. Okay, so don't touch the bodies. No, I'm looting. You kidding me? Mine now. Let's not do it again though. At this time. Oh, I want to loot it. I'm just not doing it now. There it is. Map looking like.
Before you is the tomb of the great Sith Lord, Marka Ragnos, a half-breed who possessed tremendous strength, both physically and in the Force.
Tell me more.
Ragnos held power for over a century, using his cunning to turn his enemies against each other. His death left a great vacuum of power. We're standing close to the spot where Naga Sadow first confronted Ludo Kresh to vie for domination of the Sith. Their struggle nearly resulted in a civil war that would have torn the Sith apart before they ever threatened the Republic.
Sounds like the Civil War common among the Sith.
Yes, it is the way of the Sith. They must continually test their strength against each other, even if it means destroying themselves.
What happened between Shadow and Kresh?
As fate would have it, a pair of hyperspace explorers from Sinagar landed on Korriban. Naga Sadow manipulated the Sith into believing they were a sign of impending Republic invasion. This fear resonated with many Sith who were discontent with the lack of expansion of the Sith Empire during the reign of Marka Ragnos. Thus, Naga Sadow became Ragnos' successor.
Interesting. I guess I can't touch that either, huh?
Here, you can just barely see the Sith archaeologists' efforts to uncover relics of the ancients.
Tell me more.
The new Sith Order sought to progress quickly by finding objects of power. I can only imagine what was lost forever due to the carelessness of these excavators. Now the excavation has been almost completely undone by 5 years of wind and sand. So does Korriban protect its secrets. This way leads to the tomb of Ajunta Paul, a fierce Sith Lord. According to legend, the blade proved more fearsome than the Master, leading to his demise.
Wait, what do you mean?
Ajunta's dark specter lived on through the centuries until Revan entered the Sith Lord's tomb in search of the blade. Revan calmed the angry ghost of Ajunta Paul and showed him the path back to the light.
Sound like you disapprove.
One who has fallen so far and done so much evil does not deserve redemption. In a way, such a turning from one's nature is cowardly, a betrayal of the self.
No one is beneath redemption. No one. No one? Darkseid sustained him even beyond death. Revan tricked him into surrendering to a... Sure. Let's move on. 'Cause I am not sure.
I can't just say, oh man, no redemption for you. Don't even know what the hell he did. He was in the dark side, yes, but his actions more deadly than his words.
Ah, what's that stench?
Listen, the wind from the cave tells of great power within, recently awakened.
Yes, a great, powerful stench.
There is great power and dark energy within this cave. I would advise you to finish your explorations within the academy before venturing into the cave.
They already see us. They already came out.
How may I serve?
Done. I know how that was easy. Totally gonna disturb this. Ooh, 100 damage? That's crit,
More where
baby.
that came from.
Let's go.
A weakness is revealed.
Nice. Like it when I touch the loot. Touch the loot. Doing it right now. Yeah.
Everyone down.
A weakness is revealed.
Hold on.
How may I serve?
Nice hit.
My life is yours.
There we go, that's good enough. Can't loot him either. I see you.
Just say the word. Everyone down.
How may I serve?
Heals. We already looked at that. I mean, we can't. Oh, never mind.
Ahead lies the tomb of Naga Sadao, successor to Makaragnos, and the Sith Lord responsible for nearly conquering the Republic in the Great Hyperspace War a millennia ago.
Tell me more.
More recently, this tomb was where Revan confronted Uthar Vin, the leader of the Sith Academy. When Revan left Korriban, the Sith Academy was thrown into turmoil. With their leader gone, many fought for the right to rule. And so, the Sith here turned on each other, resulting in the carnage you can see covering the surface of this valley.
Went away for 1 second and they already turned on themselves.
This was the tomb of Tulak Hord, known as the greatest lightsaber duelist of the Sith Lords. His skill was considered remarkable even in his time, when many true lightsaber masters lived.
Are you saying modern Jedi are poorly skilled with a lightsaber? What made him so good?
That is unknown, but supposedly he created a holocron to teach his technique to other Sith. The holocron would have been laid to rest in his tomb. Unfortunately, Tulak Hord's tomb was among the first penetrated by the grave robbers of the new Sith Order. If the holocron has survived, I doubt anyone living would know its location.
Damn. I think that's the whole of it. I think I can go in there now, or should I keep going this way?
More where that came from. More where that came from. More where that came from. Looks like somebody left the doors of the academy wide open. I have a bad feeling about this.
This door was left open on purpose.
I know that line.
Someone is expecting us.
You can expect more than these beasts within the academy. Be prepared.
Hey, so this is it. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh, that was just a statue. Okay. I love the fact that you can change your team right here on the fly. I'm gonna bring my combat. Wanna know why? Because he's cute. Work. Hold on. Didn't work. Do I need to be close to the move? Add. Okay. Okay, you had to hit. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, you had to hit. Oh, fuck. I know we're here.
Her apprentice is here. Find him.
Give me one quick second, guys. I'll be right back.
A weakness is revealed.
I never give him a weapon. I never gave you a weapon. I never gave you anything. Yeah, I never gave him a weapon. Okay, alright, we'll fix that. I wish the upgrade showed on your. Got dexterity. Any way that I can is Bill's 30. Blaster. Oh, I automatically do that? I didn't put what? Not a blast, it's a blaster. Hey, War Machine, hey, how you doing? Sorry, I didn't see you. I can clearly see the loot bags right there. We're just not gonna pick them up. Okay. We will not pick up the loot. Loot is bad.
Yes, Master.
How may I serve? The honor is mine.
Choke him out. Oh! Did she choke him out? I'm good. I'm good. Get him. Get him.
Soon we shall know him.
They're not holding any.
Ready to serve. Assassination protocol initiated. Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Wait. Too low?
Acknowledgement.
What about you? You can't open them? I'll bring somebody else in here to open them. Nigga, we see you. Nigga, we see you. Yeah, see?
Assassination protocol initiated.
Get him.
Ready to Optimal accuracy ratio achieved.
Wait, we didn't get all. Gonna be wild in here. Get her. Right here. I don't like those. Oh, is it coming closer? Wait. Yeah, it was coming down. Definitely a trap. Of course. These two Ka'ana are getting to be a major obstacle in our hunt for Sith holocrons. We've been trying to use our stealth generators to sneak past them, but then some fool bumped into one of them wandering around and got himself eaten. Now the taste of fresh blood have driven the damn beast wild. Those guys right there. Oh. Open them later. Can't change it right now. Not while in this building. You know what I can do though is I can walk out, change to get Madora. Go back in. I'm tired of it. It's been raining a lot this week. Must be off. Wait. Oh, they locked the door on me. Sons of bitch. We'll hold it off for here. Because, I need to get some shut-eye. Pass out. Guys, this has been awesome. We'll continue this early tomorrow. Got a full free day for you guys tomorrow. Yeah,
yeah, definitely will play this probably early morning tomorrow and play a lot more KOTOR than we did today. But appreciate you guys being here. Really upset with BioWare, but it sucks, man, that your favorite franchise, favorite like developers reduced to this. Anyway, you guys take care. Peace.